I always say that it's much simpler than we want to make it be. If you have a friend that's not like you, if you just spend time with them, and you will learn quite a bit. We can't just spend the rest of our lives with those who share everything that every value and every belief that we do. It's unproductive.
Good morning. I am here with David Key, and he is the president, and I'm going to make sure I get it all right, the African American Resources Cultural and Heritage Association here, Society here in Frederick. And I am honored to learn today about a project that's going on in our very city. And as you know, we are celebrating Fair Housing Month. And more than just honoring fair housing, I think it's important that as realtors, we're all about places and land and havens and homes and heritage. And we know that these things create generational wealth, or if there aren't opportunities for these things, they create disparity. And so today we're going to talk about something that the city has dedicated that I think is going to make a huge impact in our communities where we live and serve. So David, tell us what has happened and what you're doing here in this building today.
Well, we have, just to give a little bit of background, we have started, AARCH was established in 2001. And up to now, we have basically just taken our displays and presentations on the road and went to different schools, we went to churches, whoever would listen to our story. And in the process, we partnered with a number of other organizations, the library, Del Plaine Center, the Visitor Center, the Hood College, all sorts of community involvement here. And but we are also an all-volunteer group. And up to this point, we just use churches for meeting places. All Saints Street, just a block away, 2 blocks away, is West All Saints Street, which was the hub of the African American community during segregation. And on that street, we had every amenity that we needed because we couldn't just go any place and have those opportunities. So they had grocery stores, barber shops, beauty churches, you name it. All happened right there. So that's the significance of being on this street. We've always wanted to make this a community effort. And we do have 2 local architects who are working with us, doing much of their work pro bono.
So this used to be the Spin Cycle building.
Yes, it used to be the Cycle Fit. And
look at the size of this room.
This is the largest room,
wow.
which will be designated for our sort of multi-purpose theater room. We hope to show a film, put on different performances here, and perhaps even some permanent displays will go on the walls. But this is going to be more of a multi-purpose room where we can use it for a whole host of things. But this is the largest room with the space that we need.
The one project you were telling me about that you've actually got a lot of film from, and I was fascinated by this. So you're just not focused on iconic African Americans. You're focused on everyday folks and what life was like and the story. I love stories. I love telling stories. I love hearing stories. Well, so you were telling me that you celebrate individuals with these videos of their lives. Yes. Tell me more about that.
90 and older, we have a program that we call the Living Treasures program. And we celebrate those folks who are 90 and older. We have a banquet for them, but prior to that, we also do an oral history on them. And we show that a segment of their history at that program. So it gives them a sense that we not only appreciate them, but they are of value in the community. So it's really special to watch that transformation happen.
And you had mentioned that those families give you some artifacts.
Yes, from time to time we get artifacts from family members who want to donate artifacts to the museum. In addition to that particular program, we also made a film that's called The Tale of the Lion, which is the Tale of the Lion is an African proverb that says, until the story of the hunt is told by the lion, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, and so.
So now you're telling the tale of the lion.
We're telling the tale of the lion, and we did a film on 20. I think it was 24 of those individuals, and it was premiered at the Weinberg Center, where we had over 800 people show up for that premiere.
My goodness.
Those folks, the interesting part about all of that was most of those folks were never allowed to go into that place.
Yeah, they were not allowed.
Yes. So many of them, this was the very first time that they had been there. But we also we had them come in on, greeted them at the curbside, had them escorted in on a red carpet.
Honored.
And it was really fantastic to watch. But it was just so many of the community came together and understood the relevance of that. And this is sort of the basis of why we exist.
And why you're doing this project.
We don't want to continue to talk about the folks that everybody knows, Martin Luther King.
Iconic.
Because the everyday people are the ones who actually made it happen. And they are the ones who did the suffering and sacrifices. We just want to make sure that people recognize that fact.
And celebrate their contributions.
Yes, absolutely.
And understand our history. It's part of really understanding what fair housing actually is as we are going through this month. I was talking about, I had just seen a film on redlining, but green lining, yellow lining, blue lining, and why the opportunities have just been taken away. Mm-hmm. And we know that owning property develops generational wealth, and the opportunities have not been there. And Frederick is part of that sadness, and we want to understand it. We also want to honor the folks that survived it and added to our community and have made it better, and understanding that heritage is critical. And as the Frederick County Association of Realtors, we definitely want to partner with you. So we're looking forward to learning how we can do that and how we can build a relationship with AARCH. And we are excited about this. I can't wait to see it open. Would love to have you come and speak at one of our meetings. We would love to have you and some of the individuals in your association share some of that heritage with us one-on-one at one of our meetings if you'd honor us with that.
That would be great. And certainly we welcome all the help that we can. And again, I emphasize how important it is to us that this is a community thing. Mm-hmm. Because the more the community is involved, it becomes ownership of the community. Mm-hmm. And I think that in order to get past this this place that we've find ourselves into, we need to understand each other, and we need to get to know each other much better. And this is just one of those ways. You know, always say that it's much simpler than we want to make it be. If you have a friend that's not like you, if you just spend time with them, and you will learn quite a bit. We can't just spend the rest of our lives with those who share everything that every value and every belief that we do. Just it's unproductive.
Differences, understanding differences and celebrating differences makes us all better.
Absolutely.
And I love that you gave me that concept of telling the story of the lion. Fellow realtors, I just want you to join with me as we partner with AARCH and tell the story of the lion and pass that story on. And I'm so proud and excited that you're here. I'm so glad that Frederick recognized this and gave you this amazing space. I think it's a start of something great, and I can't wait to see it as it rises from where it is today.
In addition, I would like to add that when Frederick City did offer the place, but we have gotten tremendous support from the county and other organizations as well.
That's fantastic. Give them credit.
I want to give everyone credit for working with us, and anyone who wants to support in any way. You can go to our website at archsociety.org and find out all there is to know about AARCH, but I would really appreciate coming and speaking at any time to your group.
Well, we got it. We've got him. He's coming. So I look forward to it. Thank you so very much for spending your time here today. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye now.